I light this candle today for the coming of a new day. I light this candle for the coming of heaven on earth, for freedom from fear and domination, for the awakening of the heart and the power of love to transform any condition to order, harmony, and peace. This is an inner communion of solidarity with all beings. So I invite you to take your program folder and find that statement that starts lifting the veil. And I'll introduce it to explain to you that this power that we have to create is to dream into being a state of conditions that are ideal from every perspective, ideal for our own emotional and physical well-being, ideal for the survival of all living beings, the flora, the fauna, the insects, the birds, the four-leggeds, the fish, the waters, the trees, the atmosphere, the soil, the rocks, the spirits. And so let us take this statement together. All right, now, together. Lifting the veil of separation, opening hearts and minds to the light of truth, we align with the highest good as every soul awakens to the power to create divine solutions and a world that works for all. And let's just hold that in our hearts for a moment. Oh, and so it is. So now I have the pleasure of introducing our guest, our very talented guest, Timothy Mast. This is like, what, the fourth time you've been here? And every time, more people get healed. Every time he does something even more extraordinary. I know that you sing, that you do acupuncture. What do you do? Tell me. Acupressure. Many forms of healing techniques. And just being with you is a healing technique. Right? Yes. So let's give Timothy a hand and bring him on too.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to do my best to leave the microphone behind. One of the things I like to do is I like to make the work I do interactive and also experiential. And in that, a lot of what I do is with frequency. Along the way, I took quite a few piano lessons. I think it was like 17 years worth. Mostly playing classical stuff, not really branching off into the jazz that he so wonderfully does, but more classically oriented, and took composition classes. And then took 5 years of voice and have been in a professional group singing as well, mostly Renaissance, medieval stuff. And so all this frequency, and then getting into massage and body work and energy work as well, particularly with crystals, and then finding the sort of intermediary between the two, which is the crystal bowls. And so there was a delightful lady, Betty Eve in Louisville, who is known as the Crystal Bowl Lady, and she did everything she could to hook people up with crystal bowls. And so I got my first bowl from her in 1999, and I've been playing them ever since. And so at one point I had 26 frosted bowls, which are similar to the ones that you have back there. And I think there's 2 others here in the church. But in 2010, one of my crystal friends said, "Hey, you really need to check out these bowls." And what they've done is they've basically have added other minerals to a base of quartz. Quartz is basically an amplifier. And so whatever is there, and they're also making these bowls with intention, and so whatever is there is amplified. And so one of the challenges with quartz bowls is the person playing needs to be in a good space. If they're having a really crappy day, and they're playing those bowls, and quartz is an amplifier, you're going to be covered in exactly. So you want to make sure that you're in a good space when you're playing quartz bowls, because they amp it up and send it out. Now, metal is a conductor, and so I'm going to be playing, I brought one of my metal bowls. I do have some of those too. So I have a metal bowl, I'm going to be going around and playing that. And then I'm going to be taking some quartz bowls around. Now, on Tuesday, I might play with some of the other things I brought. I brought a didgeridoo, a twin flute from Peru, and a drum that are out in my car, so we'll see. But anyway, so now I'm going to set the mic down, and we're going to start playing. Right there. Okay. Let yourself feel how it feels in your body. What does it do to your body, your being? Is everything is frequency. Fear is frequency. Love is frequency. Everything is frequency. So that is a metal bowl. Now we're going to go to a quartz bowl. And so as I mentioned, these are going to amplify. Metal conducts. And we're going to play a couple pink bowls, and I want you to feel the difference between them. Pink generally activates the heart. It can also activate the root, depending on where it's hitting out. So, what I'd like you to now, at least a couple of you, verbalize. What did you feel that was different between the metal bowl and the pink one that just was played that went around?
Softer.
Pardon me? Softer? Okay.
The intensity between the two. The pink one being softer than the metal one.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
The second one was healing the emotions.
Mm-hmm. It was. Pink tends to have a very soothing, calming effect on the emotions. Yes?
And the metal balls seem to have resonance to the
Mhm.
room. It's actually louder.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting here, when you were playing in front of me, it was softer than it was when you were playing over there. It's like it had two pitches. Yeah.
Yeah. The bowls will sometimes do that too. The quartz bowls will sometimes get an overtone.
Oh, that was resonant.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to continue with another pink. Oh, yes?
The rose bowl, the glass one is more embraceable.
Okay, nice. Yes?
The rose bowl is on all.
Okay, sweet. So I'm going to now go get another pink bowl, and we're going to go around again. And so that was another pink bowl. And so how did the two pink bowls differ? Anybody have any awareness there? Yes.
It was interesting because the first pink bowl, when you brought it near me, I found myself smiling, so it was very joyful, and there was a lot of happiness, but that second pink bowl was more melancholy.
Fascinating. So, yes.
I felt the same way about the joyfulness of the one out and out of your heart.
Mhm.
The second one I felt in my nervous system almost like releasing, calming and through my neck and everything.
Neat. Yes.
More semitones on the second one.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I felt that the last ones would sort of be restoring my frequency.
Neat. And so, yes.
More contemplative on the second one.
Wonderful. And so these bowls, they're both pink, but they have different minerals in them. Now, the first pink bowl is called a Saint Germain bowl. I know it has gold in it. They electrically bond gold to the bowl, and so that's going to tend to open up the upper chakras. That may have been why the person got Om there with that. The second bowl is morganite, which is a heart stone. It's pink beryl, pink emerald, and it has platinum, and so it's going to tend to anchor those energies down. Platinum is a yin metal, more of an earthing metal, while gold is more of an expansive upper chakra metal. And so those two, although they're both pink, very close to the same note, affected you totally differently. And that's partially because of the intention that the people made them with, because these bowls are made with intention, and then also the metals and the minerals in them. And so isn't that fascinating? And so I'm here to talk to you about gratitude. Now, one of the things that we often get in, especially, is the frequencies are going up. NASA is very slow to admit things. But the sun has expanded and has become lighter. And for those of you who may remember, the sun used to be yellow. It's now much whiter. And the supermoons, they just keep coming along. Well, that's because the sun's brighter. And so it's not because the moon's gotten closer. If anything, the moon's actually further away. And so the sun is more intense. The Earth's frequencies, the Schumann frequencies, and the other frequencies hitting the Earth are actually shifting and raising up. The Schumann frequencies stay constant, but you can think of them like guitar strings. As the cosmic energy hits the Earth, there's like guitar strings out there being plucked, which then affect the vibration of things on the Earth. And so the Earth's frequency is shifting too, and so you're seeing a lot of people being crazy out there. And so, as you're seeing all these people being crazy, this is where gratitude becomes very important. And there's different ways that you can keep yourself in a place of gratitude, but one is to find yourself a spiritual practice, whether it's meditation, yoga, qigong, tai chi. There's many things out there to help you slow down, to help you connect with yourself, connect with the Earth. And these things are very important right now because of all the frequencies hitting the Earth. So on a cosmic level, the Earth was in a sort of a dark space of the Milky Way for about 26,000 years. And we've come out of that, and we're getting hit by all these photons. And those photons shift us, and we're part of all this. And so as you see all the stuff going on out there, it becomes even more important to stay in that place of gratitude. And so remember, everything is frequency. Fear is frequency, joy is frequency, anger is frequency. It all comes down to vibration, and guess what? All your cells oscillate, and that oscillation creates frequency. And some people can see it, and it's called your aura. And so, all the frequencies in your body, and then you have water, and water, 70-80%, water has memory. And German scientists are researching this more and more, but water remembers. And so it might be time to flush out the stuff that your water remembers and maybe put in some more gratitude. And so with the bowls, because of them being a base of silicon dioxide, they're going to have a resonant frequency with a lot of your fascia, a lot of your muscle, a lot of your connective tissue, because there's silica all through there. And hopefully you're breathing, so there's going to be oxygen there. And you're also water, H2O. And so every time these bowls are played, they're going to create that resonant frequency. And that's one of the reasons why I love quartz bowls. Because every time you play them, your body goes, wah. So, all right, well, let's enjoy meditation. As I mentioned, quartz bowls, if you have had a crappy day, they'll send that stuff out. And you don't want that, and the rain will also stay on water. So there's this. And the bowls here today are, a lot of them are focused on the heart and focused on joy. So I'd encourage you to set an intention to where, if you know something that needs more joy in your life, if you know something that needs more gratitude in your life, ask for divine assistance from those angelic beings, your guides, whatever you feel comfortable calling upon for assistance. Call on that assistance to help you shift there. So, we shall begin. I encourage you now to let yourself breathe a little bit more slowly. And so that was just a short meditation. So I encourage you to do something, as I said, some sort of spiritual practice. This slows you down and allows you to connect with the beauty and wonder, the divine, to be in that grateful, thankful place. And so I hope you all feel delightful, all feel thankful and grateful. And I'm certainly grateful for Diane and all of you having me here, so thank you very much.